Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So the question of the night, will Nina Reeves be the next Mrs. Corinthos? You know, I'm just wondering how the internet is, how Twitter is. I mean, I know Twitter is usually a toxic dump site, so I can expect people being practically losing their ish. What do you think? Do you want that to happen? For me, I always sit there and look at it like Sonny and Carly. Carly's the ride or die chick, right? I also look at Nina like, she's something new. She's something different. She's something fresh. It's kind of like Brenda coming in and doing her thing, you know? Let me know. What's good, CW? Greetings and salutations to you, my friend. Thank you for joining tonight. Hope you had a great day. Um, Today was actually pretty good. I didn't oversleep. Actually slept pretty good. I mean, I still got to get that tea that Nikisha showed me, but actually slept pretty good. And I did a 2 hour live stream yesterday. I don't know if I'm always going to be a 2 hour live stream, but I'm going to try to push for a 2 hour live stream. But yes, take my drink. Now, I don't think that that's going to wind up happening as far as them getting married because you got that whole, what she did to Carly, sending the mother of his children to jail, or at the very least, trying to. So I don't think that's going to wind up happening. But at the same time, how many times did Sunny forgive Carly for her antics? So there is that. Queen of the South is in the chat. How you doing tonight? I'm actually doing pretty well. Thank you for joining. And thank you for joining CW. Autumn's in the chat. Autumn says, hey, Albert, when Sunny finds out what Nina did, he's going to show the front door, and I can't wait. I don't understand what marrying Nina is going to accomplish. It's only going to create more division. Yes, very true. But at the same time, it's weird as it is. I'm kind of for it. Either the family's going to sit there and deal with it or they're not. You know, um, at the end of the day, it is what it is. You choose to marry her, you choose to marry her. You're either going to be a part of that or I don't know what to tell you. I'm glad you're doing well, Queen of the South. I still remember that one time that I was watching General Hospital, and I saw you. I saw you in the chat. I saw you in the chat. This was like live. They were, I think we were all hoping that it was going to play the full episode, and it didn't, and it sucked. I don't know. That's weird. As much as I'm not happy with a cable box because it's an extra bill. I'm actually making money, so I feel like that's an expense, and at least I can sit there and just watch it whenever the hell I want and fast forward through the commercial. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, good. Good times, right, Queen of the South? Julie says, somebody help me understand what is the deal between Sunny and Nina. Has Sunny always had a secret attraction to I think what this really comes down to is this is a Maurice Bernard decision. CW says, I did Carly, Spencer, Brooke, Bill. I did Carly, Spencer, Brooke, Bill, Liam were getting on my nerves. How can Carly figure that Olivia could F-Nuck net out of exactly. I was like, bro, I don't know what century you're living in, but you listen, like I said, it'd be a cold day in hell before the woman I'm with tells me to sleep on some goddamn couch. The nerve, the very nerve. You did kick him out, right? Sweetheart, do you know what century this is? Like, seriously? And okay, now tell me if this makes sense. Why is Olivia still saying that Ned turned Carly into the SEC when she literally told Ned, "I believe you. I believe you didn't do that." So what? You believe him, but outside in the streets, you practically just like, yeah, no, I know he did it, and it's wrong. I thought you just said that you believed him. Like, no, 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 no. Did they just rewrite that and just act like things didn't happen? I generally want to try to understand that. I want to try to understand that. It's not making a lot of sense, as in no sense. Oh, Julie says, seriously, I don't even like Sonny, never have, and I don't think that his brain trust, but oof, Nina's not too smart. CW says, I remember the first of all, that isn't even her house. CW says, I was like, first of all, that isn't even her house. And second of all, Olivia is right. That's business. Yeah. And that's the thing, CW. She wasn't wrong. This is why I don't feel bad for Carly. And watching this scene today, I felt even less bad for her. Because I'm like, but you did commit insider trading. Yeah, but I wouldn't have been found out, but you were found out. Danny was good. Danny, thank you for joining. But you were found out. So what are you talking about? I lost a lot of money. Do you want me to try to go and find my little small violin somewhere? Lashana's in the chat. What's good, Lashanta? How are you doing tonight? Lashanta, do you watch all four of the soap operas, or which soap operas do you watch? Because I know you watch. Uh, do you watch all four of the soap operas? That's what I want to know. Lashanta said Elena was a baddie. Well, that's one way of looking at it. I looked at it also as take your little self-righteous ass up and out that damn office. I'm gonna leave and you're not gonna fight me on the contract. Um, I'm sorry, sweetheart. You just gonna walk your little narrow ass in her office and start demanding stuff after you sat there and start taking shots at them. I'm like, Elena, not that long ago, you sat there and you literally cheated on Devon, who was being way more gracious to you than I would have. Julia says, Olivia, I actually thought just today about how annoying it is when Olivia talks about the cues. She gets very loud about the family, like it's her family that doesn't support her actual husband. Darby's in the chat. What's good, Darby? Now, CW says, I'm glad that Dex finally gave Spencer what he was long overdue for. Yes, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I am here for it. I am here for it. My dude's need to talk about, oh, he just got in a lucky punch. No, you didn't get to sit there and sucker punch him this time. That's what wound up happening. You stupid coward. Lashanta said GHYNR listen to recaps on B&B and B and Days. Okay, so you pretty much kind of plugged into all of them now in some way. Okay. Julia says before Willow's wedding, Olivia did her usual declaring about how this family will always be strong and blah blah blah. And then the second she can, she knifes the dude who is her ticket into the family. Yeah, here's the thing though. He was light. Sp- Spencer got off with a bruised lip and a bruised ego. Okay, he had a bloody lip and a bruised ego, and he got off light. Autumn says Brooke and Liam were really annoying me. It's like they want Thomas to go off the rails to just prove a point that he can't change. Blah blah blah. None of them have the right to judge. Okay, let me get my drink before I should read that. Atara's in the chat. What's good, Atara? Atara said hello. Or Sonny tried to get married for the 10th time. I hope Nina knows that being a wife to Sonny doesn't mean anything. Joyce Lee. Is it Joyce Lee or is it Jocelyn? Joyce Lee, right? Joyce Lee. Sorry, hell no. So, oh, okay. Hell no. Okay. And how you doing tonight, Joyce Lee Rogers? Valerie's in the chat. What's good, Valerie? Now let me read this. Let me take a drink first. Gotta prepare myself. Spike Quick says Dex is a bum. I didn't pay attention to any Dex scenes, so I don't know what happened with him. He knocked Spencer to the floor. That's what wound up happening to him. Spencer ate that pavement today. That's that's what wound up happening to Spencer. He ate that damn pavement like he should have. LaShanta says then Spencer lied to Trina. He's been trying with Dex. No, 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 no. LaShanta, I will give him his points because Trina was about to go off for some odd reason. Um, but no, he said that he started the fight, which I'm not gonna lie. See, that's what annoyed me about Trina today. Trina is all like, uh, like, like, why can't you get along? I don't understand. Like, why would you sit there and start? Why would you sit there and start a fight with him? I'm sorry. Do you not know who you're sitting there kissing and being with? Like, did I miss something? I don't understand these reactions that Trina has when it comes to her Spencer. You know how he acts. You know his personality. Why are we surprised at this point? Autumn says, not Dex being a bum. No, my dude handled business and put Spencer on the ground where he belongs. Last days in the chat. Yeah, no, Valley. I had to prepare myself. I had to prepare myself for that. Trust me, I'm going to be going in all week. Ron is in the chat. Trigenta. Trigena. How you doing? It's been way too long. Trigena. It's been way too long. How have you been? LaShanta says no, he said he's been trying to get along with oh yeah. 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 Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That part, yeah. And it was like, honestly, tell you the truth, yes, no, thank you, Lashanta, for correcting me. And I was like, bro, you really are just delusional. Like, there's no tomorrow. I've been trying to get along with him. See, there he says, Albert, it's about time Spencer was being an entitled tool and had it coming. Oh, he had it coming. I just wish I would have saw it. That's the only thing that I was upset about was the fact I didn't see. Eagle Fang said Trina is going to be the next Olivia, always taking sides of Carly and Carly Jr. Valerie says Spencer said Josh was slamming with him. Yo, I don't understand why he was sitting there trying to do this whole flirting with. I don't get it. Valerie says Olivia was effed up today. I don't understand why she's sitting there talking about she believed him 1 minute and then she's sitting there telling Carly, yeah, I know that he turned you in and we've been fighting. What? Georgiana says a lot has been happening, but I've been trying to keep up with Jocelyn, not on screen. Well, it's good to actually have you in the chat. Tracy's in the chat with good Tracy. And no, I don't think he's gonna marry. Yeah, I feel that way too. Autumn says Nina Reeves will not be the next Mr. Corinthos. She can kiss that goodbye. Do you think Carly feels some type of way about Nina and saying, yeah, yeah, you saw the look on her face. She's bothered. She's perturbed, but she has no reason for it. She has no reason for it. Lastly says Albert Spencer what today was not wrong about Dex and Josh Spencer and Dex are both very annoying. My whole thing is when okay, and I know I'm gonna probably let me just Tamara's in the chat was good, Tamara. How you doing tonight? Georgina said, what happened with Spencer today? Oh, he got his ass whooped. That's what happened. He tried Dex again, and this time, he met that pavement. That's what wound up happening. Spencer got that work. But here's my whole thing. Spencer sat there and acted like a 12-year-old schoolgirl. And that they're bragging, talking about how he knows more. He knows more about um he knows more about yeah, did Atara come in? Did Atara come in this chat? All right, I'm gonna get her. Um talking about, oh, I know more about Jocelyn than you do. Okay. Congratulations. You want a cookie or something? Like literally. Atara, how you doing tonight? And Anetta, how you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Like, I know her longer than you. I know more about her than you. Okay, great. Like, what does that even matter? Like, why is that even important? My whole thing is my dude was so pressed about this whole Cam thing and her breaking up, and I know more. I was like, bro, do you want to sit there and take a shot at her? Do you want to sit there and be with her or something? Like, damn, bro, you going a little bit too hard. Cause she says once he find out what she did, things won't be good. And yeah, but no, I totally agree. It's going to be a wrap. There is going to be no wedding. Well, there's going to be no marriage. Dolly's in the chat. Was good, Dolly? Yeah, I'm just like, bro, you can like calm that ish down. I know more. I know more about her than you. And are you knocking boots for her? No, then shut the f up. Dude is nothing but a human toilet. Ron says Sloan is really going to stick out for Colin after everything he did. Yeah, that's her brother. I mean, I'm not saying it's right. She knows it's not right, and Eric is not happy about it. But you know, Livy never believed that. She never said she did. Brooklyn said she believed him, not Olivia. I could have swore. I could have swore. Um, he did. I could have swore she did, but well, honestly, tell you the truth, if she didn't, then she's trash. She's disloyal trash. Point blank. Period. Gloria's in the chat. How you doing tonight, Gloria? And Lashanta said Tracy believed Nat did it too. Yeah, I'm just surprised. I could have sworn. Okay, well, I learned something. Hmm. I thought it says, boy, when the Quartermains find out Nina's going to be held. Tracy is going to raise her. Yep. Jenna says crazy part is Drew and Carly seem to forget nosy Nina peeping around the corner at the hospital and get in her face about it. Yeah. Um, that's why, I knew I forgot something. Even Brooklyn was like, most likely, they're probably going after Carly. I knew I forgot something in it, which I'm going to be honest. I felt like that whole, when Brooklyn had that epiphany about maybe the person's not targeting both of them, that's just targeting Carly. I was like, Ron says so Albert, what Talia was expecting, she thought she would have gotten a free pass. That girl's an idiot. And Cherie J, what's good with you? Cherie J said everyone is such a Spencer hater. It's not a Spencer hater, Cherie J. We're just pointing out character flaws in that character. So by that definition, are you sitting there saying that I'm a Spencer hater? The amazing, gorgeous Janet is in the chat. Let's everyone say what's up to Janet. Tracy says, I can see why they think Ned did it because he threatened them. Yeah, but here's the problem with that, Tracy, is that that was months ago. There was way too much of an opportunity for it was like if he wanted to do it, he could have did it a while ago. So in all reality, it's like I get that, but it's very loose. It's very loose. Um Apple is in the chat. How you doing tonight, Apple? Thank you for joining. That's right. Let's everyone say what's up to the Queen. Hope you had a great day, Janet. Ron says, go sit down and let everyone give their opinion because Spencer is a spoiled brat. That's right. Let's everyone say what's up to Heffel. Anna B's in the chat. What's good, Anna B? And he did deserve it. Juanita's in the chat. What's good, Juanita? Janet says, day was busy. Well, I hope it was a good one, though. And as always, I am grateful to have you in the chat. So thank you. Georgiana said, yeah, even if Ned didn't do it, it's easy to believe he did, though, especially considering he started with Valentine to keep out. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it doesn't. I would sit there and say it doesn't look good for him, and yeah, he did make that threat, but there was too much of a time span for that to actually come to fruition. On top of that, I mean, really to sit there and turn Drew in, I feel like it's also just kind of a leap, though. They don't make threats with each other. Yes, they'll make threats with each other, but not on that level, now. Like they're not going to sit there and actually carry it out. Not yeah. So Jen says even if okay. Another says because he is a grown adult, eventually he will. Right now he is a lovable character for me. He's hot headed and temper headed. Yeah, that dude just definitely deserved that ass whooping. That's the bottom line. That dude deserved that ass whooping. Katara says, "Hello, glad truly need to get that money from Miss Wu." The interest being, yes, and it's really okay. Let me read this one now. Autumn says, "Hey, Albert, you think Gladys and Miss Wu going to get their comment, especially that? I hope Gladys does. Miss Wu, I don't know, but Gladys, hopefully so. And Cherie J, just keep in mind when somebody sits there and talk about a character, it's not hate; it's just criticizing the character. To sit there and say hate, it's so like 12-year oldish, it's very high schoolish. It's not about hate. It's not about being a hater or anything like that. If we generally just don't like the character and for reasons we don't like them. I personally think that Spencer is a trash ass character. Point blank, period. Blackmon is in the chat. What's good, Blackmon? Laura B's in the chat. I'm here, but watching Jeopardy Masters again. Well, I'm glad you're in the chat, Laura B, and I hope you had a great day. Like I said, Shereen J, let's just keep it chill tonight. I don't like being referee, but CW says at this point I don't expect much from Drew because if he was thinking he should automatically suspect Nina, given how she was so upset. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Thank you, Valerie. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Beat that like button's ass. It really does help. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you. Another says Albert trash, but the comments attention. That's a good thing. In my butt. Trash, but he commands attention. I wouldn't. I wouldn't really go that far at all. Trajana says it's hard to watch Gladys do that to Sasha. They both sharing losses. Yeah, but honestly, tell you the truth, it just really goes back down to Gladys being Gladys. Sheree J says, Albert, well, if people aren't going to say nice thing about Spencer, do not say anything at all. That's not how that works, though. Sheree J. That's not how that works. It's called an opinion. We're all allowed to actually have our opinions. And if you're going to be that upset because people are saying things that you don't like about a character, I don't really know what to tell you. This may not be the best place for you. That's why I said keep it chill. I like to sit there and think that we're grown ass adults and we could sit there and talk about characters even if we like them. So yeah, Anita. I mean Anita. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it chill. You know. And it's not that serious. Honestly, to tell you the truth. And here's the thing, Sheree J. I've said much worse things about Spencer. Okay. A lot of times I've been pulling my punches. And I'm going to sit there and say what I want about Spencer or any other character that I damn well please. So if you're going to sit there and be that upset, you might want to sit there and kind of just, you know. Ron says, I was Talia thought because Jada is her sister, she was expecting something. She did actually have that stupid look on her face. Felicia's in the chat. Felicia said, I can't stand Sunny or Nina. Felicia, I miss seeing you. And Daisy Flowers in the chat. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I didn't see you earlier. And we got another person in this chat. Uh, Gloria says, hey everyone, I think the writer should let Dex be Courtney's and Jason's son. That would make him Spencer's brother. See how Spencer would deal with it. Ooh. And I cannot pronounce your name for the life of me. Is it sure? I cannot pronounce that name for the life of me. Is it Shanika or Shanika? Yeah. Did I call you Gloria? Valerie says Shakina. Oh, Shakina. Shakina. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you. Shakina. Jess is in the chat. What's good, Jess? And thank you for joining, Shakina. And thank you, Valerie. Um, wait. We are definitely did miss some people. Joshua's in the chat. What's good, Joshua? And whoa, Kyrie's Clark is in the chat. Clark Industries is here in the building. Anita says, so has Cherie. She is on several posting hating Spencer and loving him on other posts. She has said worse than you. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not. We're not talking politics. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, Sheree J. W says so affects X in this big dumb stupid fun. Oh yeah, I'm gonna see that tomorrow. I'm going to see that tomorrow. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it. Curry says I had to delay my work day when I read the recap that Spencer got a bruised lip. Well deserved. Yes. Well deserved. And Makai's in the chat. Was good, Makai? Joshua says Albert, Billy, and Jack both have a common cause, that being making sure that Ashley doesn't take over. Yeah, she really, this chick is really since they're talking about doing a coup. Now Valerie says this is actually my only escape from politics. I was like, I don't know what Sheree Jason they're talking about politics. I'm like, if you're gonna sit there and be upset because people are talking about a character you like, I don't know what the hell to tell you. Like I know personally, I'm gonna sit there and talk about whoever I want, whenever the hell I want, and everyone else here is free to do that as well. Then he says, not a fan of Spencer, he would never be his dad or grandfather, Starbucks. Or Starbucks. That's right. Let's everyone say what's up to Jess. If they didn't say what's up to Jess. Georgina says Tracy watched her father crumble on the floor and then get any help unless he signed her to the wow. Just as I enjoyed Spencer getting punched was the best. Yes. Yes. Oh, so he says, however, he'd do what he damn well please. Yeah. I just, honestly, to tell you the truth, it's so stupid that I even actually have to think about like blocking him or her or whatever you are. But I'm like, yo, people are gonna sit there and talk about what they want to talk about. Like, you're getting all pissy because people don't like, they don't like Spencer, and they're actually happy that he got knocked on his ass. I don't know what to tell you. Honest says, why aren't people using their brains and suspecting it? I've been, I said the same thing about the whole Alex thing. Anna and Alex, like how they didn't suspect. Ron says Albert Shuri would have been blocked from this chat if this was mainstream. Yeah, I mean, right now it just seems like they're just getting a little overly emotional about a fictional character that apparently we're not allowed to sit there. I feel like I'm just itching to sit there and hit that block button, to be honest. Eagle Fang says best part of the EP is when Carly looks so upset. Yeah, she was tight. CJ says too bad for you. They never showed Dax punching Spencer like they Spencer punching Dax. Yeah, that pretty much kind of ends that. You damn right he had it coming. Anetta says, when I said Cherie is a troll, I didn't mean she is trolling. I meant I think she is a troll account. Please block it and keep it moving. Oh, I already did. Yeah, I already did it. Yeah, yeah, no, I already did that. I'm like, I don't know what was going on with this person because it just kept. Hmm. My whole thing is like, here's the thing. I literally been sitting here trying to give this person a chance, but I'm like, yo, you. I'm like, either you're just not listening or you are just. Ugh. I'm like, yeah, I'm not dealing with that. Autumn says not hitting the block button. I was thinking Sonny has lost his effing mind, but like I said, Nina and Sonny, that marriage is not gonna. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen either. That's not gonna happen. Eagle Fang says, BLQ and Chase should be a long-term couple. You know what's really crazy? Tracy's whole goal was to use reverse psychology, and I'm like, I laughed because it actually worked, but I was just like, you know, yeah, honestly, Taj, I mean, I kind of suspected it a little bit, Ron, but the thing was, they weren't going too far until they started going too far tonight, which I don't even understand. It's like, it's not really that serious. Like, you're coming in and you're starting fights with people, like, for what? You're upset with people, you're upset that people, you're upset with people that is talking about a character. Like, what are you, 12 years old? Grow up. Brianna says, "Hey Albert, just popped in to tell you that my hotel has a 20." Oh wow, that's what's up. That is what's up. And I hope your trip is going well. By the way, just as I'm over Brooklyn Chase, when she hurts him again, we'll see. Yeah, because even what's good, Mel? Thank you for joining. Atara says, Albert, what do you think about people finding out that Phyllis is being alive? I think everyone will know sooner or later. Hopefully, it doesn't drag out. That's what I mean, they seem like they're not dragging it out too long, which I'm actually happy about. But Atara also felt like they kind of wrote themselves into a corner. I feel like in a lot of ways they kind of wrote themselves into a corner. Oh my God, Kyrie's Clark. Kyrie says Olivia fondly remembers she married a man and got her head out of Carly's behind long enough. Very proud of her. Still doesn't erase her disloyal. It's a good start though, and I agree. I agree. And thank you again, Kyrie's. Oh my God, you are so amazing. Thank you. Actually, Touch, you've actually well tomorrow I actually have a chance to finish reading a little bit of your book, which I'm actually very excited to get to. And trust me, I'm not even normally a reader, but it's good. Ariana says yes, it is. Thank you for inquiring. I should be home sooner than expected. All right, I'm glad you're having a good time. And yeah, Autumn, it is. But here's the thing, Autumn. This person has been kicked out of so many different um live streams, so many different soap opera live streams. It's ridiculous. Then apparently all this person does is just get another account and then starts trying to get back in these soap chats. And then eventually they say something that goes too far. And then you got to sit there and block this person all over again, which is, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. And like, is it really that hard to sit there and be chilling in the chat? You know, like, do you get off of something like that doing that? I don't understand that. Thank you, Darby. Hit that like button. Beat that like button's ass. We got 45 people in the chat. I have no idea how many. Nope, nope. 19 likes. So we got 19 likes. We got 43 people in the chat. If you are enjoying the stream, hit the like button. It really does actually help. And again, thank you so much, Kyrie's. I wish I could talk about the book. I wish I could sit there and talk about the book, though. Ariana says, "Are you encouraging problematic people again? We are so chill and getting along great with each other." Yeah, actually, tell you the truth, it was the same person. Well, it was. It seemed like it might have been the same. It felt like it was the same person, which is so stupid. Have a good night, Gloria. Thank you for joining. Go and sell some of my children's books. Well, you have a good night, Gloria. Thank you for joining. CW says I saw what she was trying to do, and I just ignored her. I saw that too, and I was just like, what are you asking?" But it's so it's so stupid. Because here's the thing, I'll sit there and talk about Spencer, and somebody may be like, "Oh, well, I like Spencer because of this. I like Spencer because of that." Okay, cool. We can have a little debate. I can learn something from you. You may be able to learn from something from me. And when you get to a point where it's just like you want to sit there and argue with people, you want to argue with people in the chat, you want to, I don't know, get them upset or something like that. It's like, what are we doing? You know, the minute that this person came out and said, "Oh, y'all a bunch of Spencer haters," I was like, "Excuse me?" I was like, "Yo, listen, let me tell you something. I will talk about Spencer however I goddamn well please. You done lost your goddamn mind if you aren't gonna sit there and tell me, well, if they don't have anything nice to say." I'm like, nice to say? You realize this is actually like this is a fantasy, right? Like this is a legit fantasy. This isn't real. These people are not real. Nicholas Chavez probably is looking at this like, "Oh, okay, that's interesting." This isn't real. But some people just have this whole and that says I've seen her on several Jackson Spring posting, so I know. You know, to be honest, I kind of suspected it, but I was like, you know what? Listen, this person's being chill for the most part. They're not really going off the rails, right? But then you start sitting there attacking other people in the stream. It's like, what are you doing? like, like what are you doing? Ron says Phoenix said that he blocks and is the right thing to do. No, it's definitely the right thing to do for so many reasons. Why do you think I sat there and said I'm itching to hit the block button? Just that yeah, people really get upset over a show. Yeah, yeah, they do. But you know, here's the thing though, Jess. Makes me wonder because yeah, there are people that do get upset over a show, which is yeah. Um, but then it's just like, are you getting upset over a show? Are you just trying to find reasons to argue with people? You know? I always sit there and say, I'm just like, you either need Jesus or you need counseling, or you need both. Pick one. I don't care which one. Pick both. My guy said, Albert, don't get your blood pressure up over that person. Oh no, I'm not. Thank you. I'm a guy. I'm not. It just hit the simple block button, and that's about it. You know, that's why you have the block button. You know what? Okay. Ron says, and I wonder why Michelle, who plays for us, a fan because they were talking about. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was bad. That was bad. But I understood where she was coming from now. CW said, I'm convinced that Sherry J and Traverse are the same person. Yeah, I mean to be honest, I kind of felt the same way, but I was like, you know what? They're not being over the top or anything like that. It's just like whatever. So I wasn't gonna sit there and be like, all right, well, you're blocked, even though that this person didn't do anything yet. Hey, said Albert, your review content I said, Albert, your review content with your opinion. You cannot agree with everyone. We appreciate your direction. It sounds like someone just wanted to cause a mess. Yeah, and the thing is it wasn't the first time. It wasn't the first time. But again, not to sit there and toot my own horn, but I do sit there and believe that this is the number one soap opera live stream. We go about 5 to 7 days a week. And we're going to sit there and unfortunately get people like that from time to time. So when that does happen, I just hit the block button and that's about it. Just, continue to party. But it just, it's one of those things like it comes with the territory. Curry says, Audrey finally, Audrey definitely needs both of them, right? I got another person in the chat. See, this is why I sit there and say hit this like button because it really does help. Dara's in the chat. What's good, Dara? People need to get a life. Yeah, they need something. They need Jesus or they need counseling or they need both. I thought as much as I don't like Nick on YNR, he has a point when it comes. He does, and that's the thing. He really does. Just as I can't wait for names to get left at the altar. Hopefully, it won't even go that far. Graham TV was good. How are you doing after the 2 hour? I'm actually doing pretty good. I'm actually doing pretty good. I wanted to test it out yesterday to see if I can do 2 hours, and yeah, um, I'm going to continue to do it this week for 2 hours as long as I can, and go from there. But I love doing this, so it's like Laura says you handle the situation well. I'm grateful for the safe space to have fun. Thank you, Laura. It's just it's one of those things where it's like it comes with the territory, you know, and it's unfortunate. This person will be probably, unfortunately, probably in James' live stream because he does do his live streams. Different days when they do theirs on Sundays. Um, CW says, look at it this way, but for this person to put in this much effort to cause problems, says you're doing something right for them to try and disrupt the flow. Thank you, CW. Thank you. Like I said, not to sit there and say that I'm too my own horn, but I do believe that this is the number one live stream. And like you said, the fact that you had to sit there, the fact that this person had to sit there and get another account to sit there and do this over again, you know, just to get back in here, just to get blocked again for being stupid. Like, come on. Ron says, I bet they still have not learned anything from that, just playing Tina on. Yeah, that's still crazy, Ron. That's still hella crazy. Graham CB says, that's what's up. Glad it worked out. Thank you, Grams. Yeah, no, it worked out. It was fun. Honestly, here's the thing, Grams. I think for me, the hardest part about doing a 2 hour live stream was trying to get to sleep afterwards. But I've been actually sleeping a lot sooner. It usually it's well, it's been harder for me to sleep lately, which is why I had to sit there and only do an hour on some days. But I think going to sleep a lot faster. So and I wasn't even really that tired today. Everything just worked out. Tony D's in the chat. Was good, Tony D? Queen South said, Albert, did you kill the mosquito? No. I wanted to try to find it. I think what I wound up doing was opening up my window and then it just went on out, which was great because I would have felt hella delusional. I mean, I would have felt hella, um, uh, what's that word that I keep forgetting? Paranoid. Jesus Christ. I would have been hella paranoid. Deja Flaw says, Albert, I know you said you watched The Vampire Diaries. I have an idea. Trina is Bobby, Joss is Elena, and Dex is Stefan or Damon, and Spencer is Tyler. Yeah, you know what? I'm kind of okay with that because I wasn't a huge Tyler fan. So I wasn't a huge Tyler fan. Oh, Bonnie. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't a huge Tyler fan. I found him to be kind of a dick. So Daisy Flower, that analogy works perfectly, actually. Autumn says, "Hey Albert, what annoyed you about B&B today?" What annoyed me about B&B today? This, Tom is constantly kissing, um, Tom is constantly kissing Hope's ass for approval. It's still just annoying. I'm like, bro, that was annoying. Yeah, that was annoying. Also, the kissing ass thing just kind of seems like it's just on repeat mode. Every time he's sitting there thanking Hope for something else, it's like, thank you for the water that I drank. Thank you for giving me the strength to wake up in the morning. And like, bro, calm down. It's like I don't want to sit there and say it's a level of simping, but like Jesus Christ. Now, Jess said Dex is definitely Damon and Josh is Elena. You know, Jess, I will sit there and say this much. Besides the originals being on the show, Damon was actually my favorite character on the Vampire Diaries, hands down. Atara says Wendy needs to pick already. She's playing these men like ping pong. I do think she is better with Johnny though. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I sat there and I was like, listen, you are taking the wrong advice from a man who just got dumped and shouldn't be giving advice to anyone. On top of that, I would have been like, listen, both of those two should just sit there and not play her game. Like if I was Johnny, I would have been like, listen, I can sing, I look good. What the hell am I sitting there doing playing games with this girl? Also, I was very happy to do a review on it. Just says, do you like Elena? You know, I do. Just I do. And I'm gonna be honest, I felt like she got way more hate than she deserved. Like I felt like people compared her to Bella, which I get it, you know. Oh, she's with one person, she's with the other person, but some of the things that like people were pissed off about her literally made no sense. I'm not just saying she was a great character, but I'm like, Jesus Christ. I didn't like just I will sit there and say this much. I didn't like when she stabbed Rebecca in the back. Like literally stabbed her in the back with like one of the daggers. Other than that, I was cool with Elena. Netta says Klaus Michelson all day. Oh, you were you. What about my guy Elijah? What about my guy Elijah? Come on now. Elijah was the first badass before Klaus even was on the show. So we're gonna sit there and damn, Jess, what changed your mind after season 3? Oh, okay. Another I look at it this way, and it's kind of weird, right? So yeah, you can technically skip the Vampire Diaries, but I don't know. I don't. I think you. I think you would appreciate the Vampire Diary. I think you would appreciate the originals more if you watched the Vampire Diaries. I'll say that much. Now, Autumn says, I guess people felt like Elena came in between the brothers, like Catherine did. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Most leads in the vampire movies are unlikable. Oh, she became a vampire. Oh, okay. Lashanta said, and yeah, I'm gonna be. Here's the thing. It lasted for a while, Lashanta. It lasted for a while. So in a lot of ways, I'm actually surprised it lasted longer than it did. Not to saying it wasn't good, but now Anita says I like Elijah until Klaus came along. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, Klaus was that dude, so I can't knock that. I can't knock that. Nita said, I think I can't get into the vampire because it seems too teeny for me. The whole Twilight vibe was too strong. I can I can get behind that. But here's the thing, Aneta, and this is something I will sit there and say. Skipping the Vampire Diaries to go to the originals is like skipping Dragon Ball Z to go to Super. Like you can do it, but it, it's like it's like you can, but it there's a power difference, and you're not going to really notice that when you don't watch the first one and then you just jump to the second one, if that makes sense. I know it's kind of a weird analogy, but I feel like that's the best one to describe. Valerie says, and when did Sunny become perfect according to Nina? You know, damn good question. Now, that was kind of, yeah. Yeah, think about that one. CW says, Albert, what was your take on the character? I love Marcellus. I love Marcellus. I would sit there and say this much, CW. I feel like even in the earlier days, like he came at Klaus a lot because he knew that Klaus wouldn't kill him. So it's like he hid behind Klaus's love, which I wasn't a huge fan of. But other than that, I really did like I couldn't stand Davina. I'm gonna be honest, I could not stand Davina. I wasn't a huge fan of the actress, to be honest, because I feel like every time she plays a character, it's always a very bitchy role. So Crystal. Crystal say Herbert, after all the things Sonny said today to get Nina to accept his proposal, he should forgive her when she finds out. You know, to some extent, hmm, he forgave Carly for a lot of stuff. That's all I'm gonna sit there and say. He forgave Carly for a lot of stuff. And I'm not sitting there saying like it's going to be easy, but I also feel like if Maurice Bernard wants Nina and Sunny to be together, it's going to happen. 'Cause let's be honest, did anyone from day one ever see? Okay, when we had the new actress Cindy Watros, did anyone see those two being together? Did anyone in this chat wanted those two to be together before they actually got together? Um, the Havlins in the chat was good. The Havlin. Apple says, Why will Carly have to marry Joe? Oh, to testify against each other. They can't testify against each other. Okay. Cherie R is in the chat. Now we got the good Cherie in the chat. So let's everyone say what's up to Cherie R. And how are you doing tonight, Crystal? Crystal. How are you doing tonight? Aneta says, um, Albert, Sunny, and Nina were never a thought. Yeah, they weren't. You know who made that a thought? Maurice Bernard. Maurice Bernard made that a thought. Lady Flaw says Sonny shot Carly in the head, even by accident. Yeah, with the whole Alcazar thing. Now, CW says the real Cherie. Yes, the real Cherie. Double C is in the chat. What's good, Double C? Now, Alpha says, but the crime was done before the marriage, so that doesn't count. Hmm. Apple, that may actually, you do have a point. Um, but I also feel like when it comes to these when it comes to these soap operas, they do go very fast and loose with them. Autumn, yes, Ninarisms, yes, 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 Ninarisms. No, that's actually a term I'm very proud to coin. I'm very proud to actually coin. Very, very proud to coin. Let's see, where are we on the Okay, so we got 25 people in the chat. We got 42 people. We got 25 likes. We got 42 people in the chat. So if you want to join the stream, hit the like button. It really does actually help. Yeah, I'm being dead ass serious, Crystal. I am. I'm being dead ass serious. Yeah, Sheree, you you definitely had a doppelganger, but yeah, they didn't know how to follow the rules, and I've given this person like I sometimes I feel like I give people, or I'm a little bit too nice, to be honest. But I don't want to be a dick, but like, you know, Perry says, I hope Adam takes that smug Wichitoria down. Tracy says, no. No, no, what? Like, no, am I being too nice? Or like, I don't. Tony D says, OMG. And you are not a Carly and Drew wedding snoozeville. Ron says people will get over it. Maria's state of mind that he wants something different. He chose the Nina as that's exactly what I was just saying. It's not even really so much to get over anything. It's just like um I mean I don't really think we have to get over anything because as fans we do have a certain level of power. Um Lashanta said Eric's just gullible. I felt like I did miss a comment though. Oh, Lashant seriously? Lashanta says Jada was emotional arresting Talia. Oh yeah, I mean I understood that. I did feel bad for her. I felt bad for her because she had to sit there and arrest her sister when she didn't even know if her sister was going to live or die. So I got that, but the person who I don't feel bad for is Talia. I don't feel bad for that chick whatsoever. But you know what they're going to wind up doing, right? They're going to sit there and put those two together. They are. They're going to put those two together, which is really kind of odd because I'm pretty sure she said she was in the men. But they're going to put those two together. A person at this rate, Ned needs to find something that points to someone else knowing about the merger apart from the usual crew. I agree with that. Cherie says, "LOL, what to do with Drew?" Definitely says, "I don't see chemistry between Carly and Drew." Well, chemistry is a very foreign substance to me, so I will take your word for it. Ron says everyone who wants Carly and Sunny together, that ain't gonna happen. Well, Ron, I would sit there and put it this way. At this point, we don't even know how long Maurice is going to be on the show. I feel like this is personally his last year on the show. I could be wrong, but I feel like his last year on the show. LaShanta said Rafe was wrong today trying to get Chanel to feel sorry for Talia. You think he did that because of the whole Jada thing? And why is this taking like forever? ZK is in the chat. Sorry I didn't say hi to you when you first came in. How are you doing tonight, my friend? Patora said, because nobody knows that Nina and Ava figured it out. That's right. Let's everyone say what's up to Cherie. Cherie also says, on Gage, I think the storyline I look for the most is anything Miss Wu. And if we ever check back on Ava, Nick, Austin, and Mason. Well, hopefully we're gonna get some more of the Austin and Mason stuff soon. Because it's I'm hoping it's gonna be good. Tony D says I don't want Sonny and Carly back together. Sonny needs to be alone. Here's my whole thing. I'm cool with the shakeup. I know some people don't like Nina Nina with Sonny and everything like that, but I'm cool with the shakeup. This isn't the first time Sonny was with somebody else. Um, he was with Brenda for a hot minute before Carly during that time. LaShanta says it's a matter of time. Too many people want to know who called the SEC. For some odd reason, I keep sitting there thinking in my head the FCC. Sherry says I actually check for Lionel the most, which is, me, it's really, really crazy. Yeah, Phyllis. Yep, Sherry. I know you like Phyllis. I know you like your messy checks. Curry says, so that means that Miss Wu might have actual chance of defeating Sunny and taking over. You know what? I'm cool with that, Kyrie's. I think that poor Chuck needs as they say, a woman's touch. Now Ron says Cyber people need Phoenix. Ron says Cyber people need Phoenix to tell them that these are characters playing parts. Yeah. I mean, it happens all the time. Actually, to tell you the truth, Ron, it was happening tonight. It was happening tonight. CK says Sonny don't like being alone, but still, I was surprised of it. And that's the thing, CK. At first, a lot of us felt like it was a pity kind of thing, you know. But then he had the ring in his pocket, so he must have had that for a while. This didn't seem like a spur of the moment sort of thing, really. Like, oh, I want to marry you. Oh, wait, I don't actually have a ring yet, but I want to marry you. Autumn says, I do think Sonny is going to get Miss Wu when he figures out what she's doing to Gladys. Honestly, Gladys have a gambling addiction and she needs help and gets that taken care of. I mean, yeah, she does. And she definitely needs to get that taken care of. But the problem is Gladys is just trash. Okay? Gladys has been trash from day one. She had a nice moments for a little bit with Sasha, but she reverted back to type, you know? She reverted back to type. Danny says, Brenda and Sunny were my favorite and let you know going to make a new video short tomorrow. So, you know, I was thinking about some ideas for doing a short. All right, hold on. And this is taking forever. Davlin said, I heard that all the storylines run out June 1st. June 1st, all the stories run out. Yeah, I don't know what the hell they're doing. In all reality, part of me feels like I think these studios just assume that AI is just going to take over with these right with this with this writer strike that they're just going to fall back on the AIs to sit there and do their jobs. Autumn says, you're all right, Gladys is trash. I mean, my gosh, she sold out her own son. Yeah, exactly. She sold her own son. She sold out her son's fake son. So yeah. But that's what I'm just saying. Like, what I don't understand is how is Sasha this stupid? Like, how can you know what I'm saying? Like, given what happened with her husband, with his own mother, and you're sitting there saying, "Oh, well, I don't think that uh, I don't think that she could sit there and really frame me for the bracelet thing." Like, really? Alpha says days won't run out. Now, CW says days take 6 months in advance, so that'd be okay. Yeah, that's very true. But I do have some backup plans. I do have some backup plans. I'll sit there and say that much. And when everything happens in fruition, if things happen, that's why I'm doing these whole testing. So if you see me sit there going live as a test, is because I'm trying to implement some new stuff. Aneta Aneta says Brenda was before my time, but even watching clips or episodes from YouTube, Brenda doesn't seem that interesting. Plus, I don't like her when she came back. Plus, I didn't like her when she came back. Kyrie says, yeah, I said it because the writers would spin a different direction. With the storylines, they would pair him with Elizabeth before falling for Esme. I stand by it. Kyrie stands by that 10 toes down, as DC once said. As DC once said. Because, DC is retired right now. I'm going to have to take your word for that because I'm not going to lie, that was a little bit before my time also. This thing is. Yes. Just as Brenda and Sunny were good in their prime, but sucks when she came back. Just I don't even remember. I don't even remember when did you start watching the show. Crystal said, "Don't know if Sunny and Nina will make it to the altar, but if they do, the truth will probably come out." Oh yeah, yeah. I was just surprised that they didn't have the truth come out with Curtis's wedding. Tracy says Gladys is messy and she ain't that smart. She's not that smart. She's sitting there messing around with a damn mob girl, you know, gambling money that she can't sit there and pay back. I'm like, what are you doing? She's not that smart. And unfortunately, a lot of Gladyses of the world are not that smart. Prashanta says Brenda is why Lily and the baby. Really? Just said I started watching in the late '90s, early 2000s. Wow. Okay. Yeah. That's actually the same time I actually started watching it. I started watching around that time. Interesting. Curry says Tyler version of Nicholas would um never have been scripted to sleep with Esme, just like Sunny never slept with Now. She had to drug him to make it look like that way. So yep, 10 toes down, baby. 10 toes down. And this is taking. Oh, okay. Atara says, I want Miss Wu to come for Sunny. He has been very carefree and he needs to be shaken up. It's well that too, Atara, but I don't like the disrespect that Sunny gives Miss Wu or Shalina. I don't like that at all. Actually, tell you the truth, I don't like. Hmm, yeah, I don't like that at all. I don't even like the way that Curtis is sitting there coming at him. ZK says, I can't wait for Nana to flash that ring in Carly's face. And this is just said Curtis is trash. Curtis ain't just trash. Curtis is what I like to call a himbo or a mimbo. A mimbo or a himbo. That's what Curtis is. Curtis is a damn himbo. Yeah, no, he's a himbo. That's what Curtis is. Curtis is a himbo. He's a stupid male bimbo. There, I said it. Tree says my Wi-Fi is being whack. And this is just taking forever. Lashanta says respect is earned. She's too sneaky. I don't, yeah, but you don't sit there and talk down to someone. And yes, I do agree. Um, I do agree, respect is earned, but I just don't like the way that he talks down to her like that. Like she's beneath him or something. I'm not a fan of that. Another says Curtis is the rich four-star Jesus. It's funny. You said that, and somebody else also said the exact same thing. Literally said the exact same thing. That's actually pretty funny. Here he says blabbling baby. Ooh, bimbo? No, my dude is a himbo. My dude is a himbo. Let's be very clear. That's my dude is. Also, Autumn says Curtis is a ship jumper. As soon as she gets hard, he runs. But from what I've her Curtis going to work on his marital portrait, so Jordan going to get her little feelings hurt. She needs to move on. That's another thing, Autumn. I don't like the way this they're writing. Um, I don't like the way this they're writing Jordan as this. I don't want to sit there and say desperate, but I'm like somebody who lacks confidence in themselves. You know, talking about, oh, I'm going to sit down and wait for Curtis to make up his mind. Like, what? Oh, you can go to one nightclub and get like 10 men, 10 good men, and you want to sit there and waste your time on a guy who left you to go to run to somebody else with the quickness. And you're that dumb to sit there and start. Mm-mm, I ain't with it. I'm not with it. I'm not with it. I'm not with it. It was a rewind. Just said, right. I don't get Jordan at all. I don't get how they're writing her. She actually said that, Curtis, when you left my arms and you went into hers, I was okay with it. I was happy for you. Jordan, did you just sit there and say that you were happy that this man left your arms to go to another woman's arms and you're somehow okay with that? What does that say? What does that say? Like, you start doing things like that, right? You will be a doormat for the rest of your life. That is just, that is sad. I feel like I need a drink. Hold on now. Lashanta said, Albert, you can't turn off your feelings on and off. Portia got him on a rebound. I mean, what do you, what, I don't understand. Lashanta said, you can't turn your feelings off and on. What does that mean? Who's turning their feelings off and on? I don't like who in the scenario is turning their feelings off. Is it Curtis? I need some clarity. Another says Albert Jordan is not angry enough at Curtis. I don't know why she doesn't seem to have any smoke for Curtis ever. Yeah, because of the way that they actually have her written. The way that they actually have her, yeah, it's gonna be that type of night. Now ZK says preach. Preach, girl. What are we preaching to? I know I want to know what we're preaching to. You can't turn your feelings off and on. What does that mean? You mean with Jordan? Are we talking about Jordan? Because I'm not. Oh, let me take a drink first. Lashanta said Jordan never moved on. Well, that's a goddamn shame. That's a waste. So you just allow this man to use you like a goddamn doorknob because I'm so not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that. Maybe because I'm more logical in that sense, you know. Somebody just leaves me to jump to somebody else and I'm just gonna sit there and be like, oh, I'm still gonna be pining after you. Listen, I know that you have your thing going on with her, but I'll just sit here and wait for you. What? What? Like, no. Now, Kyrie says, go Lane, I just saw the clip. I'm glad she told the Wichita. Oof. I don't know, Kyrie. I have an entirely different take on that, but I will respect your take on it. I'll tell you that much. I will. I will respect your take on that because my take is entirely different. But I will respect your take on it, my friend. And Doris says, when are we going to get to this message? Doris says Curtis is painfully annoying. He's a self-righteous ass, in my opinion. He's the guy that doesn't want to work things out. He's the guy that doesn't. Absolutely, absolutely, Sheree. Absolutely. I'm already annoyed about that. Doris says Portia is digging the same hole that Nina is digging when Trina finds out that Portia is working to split up her. Yes. Well, here's the thing, Atar. Portia's an idiot. There's pretty much just nothing else to sit there and say about that. Portia is a damn idiot. Atar says Curtis would jump ship again because of that. Yeah, jump right back in the Porsche, jump right back in the Jordan's arms, and Jordan is just. I can't. I can't with that. I really can't. That's right. Cheers. And then he says a whole doctor. Now, Graham TV says I think Elena should have raised how I was waiting for a slap, but she was chilling with the lemon. All right, I'm gonna have a different take on that. So I'm gonna have a different take on the whole Elena thing. I'm gonna pour my. I'm gonna have some of this. I'm gonna pour my drink, and then if you are a Elena fan, why is this taking so long? If you are a Elena fan, it's gonna be some trigger warnings. All right, it's gonna be a little bit of trigger warnings. And you know that I love every single person in this chat, except for the jackass that we had to sit there and kick out. But ooh, Tony D says Nate is another member. Yes, we gonna go into that. We all reading the same thing, right? We're all reading the same thing. All right, hold on, Ron. I wanna. I'm not. And what's oh, Big Nate? What's good, Nate? I need another drink to sit there and rate this. Graham TV says not an Atlanta fan, but I want some action. Tony Z says what? Someone got kicked out, missed a day, missed a lot. Oh, Tony D, this actually happened today. This actually happened today. Tony D, this actually happened today. I want to actually have a drink to sit there and try to read what I'm reading. Because you know what? Maybe it would make sense if I guess I got to get more tomorrow. Kind of annoyed by that, but whatever. Tony D says I need to stop drinking too. All right, hold on. Let me just. No, Double C. They're the Hembo Club. They're the damn Hembo Club. Now let's all try to read this together. Ron says, Albert, so Sheila's having a menopause romance, so no baby storyline for her. My dude really wants Sheila to have a goddamn baby. Becky D is in the chat. What's good, Becky D? Thank you for joining. Damn, I actually took a huge drink. Jesus. Jonathan is in the chat. Jonathan, what's good? Jonathan, you I felt like I had more to. Well, also we had to sit there and kick somebody out. We also had to sit there and kick somebody out, so that was fun. Now, another says, "How is Curtis a simp?" He's not a simp. He's a himbo. My dude, Curtis is a himbo. On top of being a damn ship jumper. That's right. Let's everyone say what's up to Becky D. Autumn says, "Do you think Sheila is going to be successful breaking out of prison since Finn made it clear she would not?" You know, Autumn, in some ways, she's going to get out of prison. Okay. And let me tell you why she's going to get out of prison. Because she's on contract, right? And although contracts are not like guaranteed, you know, it does entitle her to a certain amount of episodes. And I don't understand. I don't know what is going. Hold on, if you would seriously. Queen Nikisha's in the chat. What's good, Nikisha? Let's everyone say what's up to the Queen. How are you doing tonight? And this second forever. Becky D says fun stuff going on. Albert had to kick someone out. Yeah, I had to kick somebody out again. Well, you know, honestly, tell you the truth, which is so stupid because it's like you would honestly think. Nikisha gonna even. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna get married either. But it's kind of interesting. Nina being the next. Nina being the next. Mrs. Corinthos. She says, "What do you call Liam? What do you call Kyle? What club are they in?" I actually have to think about that. That's actually a good one. That may actually be a members. If you would move your, that may actually be a members. Maybe a members video or a short. Harry says fan favorite Nikisha. Yes. Now we all know what happened last time. We were they calling people fan favors, but don't be putting all that type of pressure on my girl Nikisha, Queen Nikisha. What the hell? Lashanta says CSR Jack and Kyle. Yeah, they pretty much kind of screwed themselves when it came towards saving Diane. And then just the simple fact that Jack was like, "Oh, well, I knew something like this was going to happen." I'm like, then why would you do it for her? Why would you do that for her? Funny taste of side chat is the bomb everyone wants that. Yeah, especially when you guys sit there and kick people out twice, um, for the same nonsense. Autumn says the itch claw because Liam whines too much. Yeah, Liam whines and he don't do any actual work. Jonathan says I don't think Nina will be the next Mrs. Corinthos because before the wedding happens. You know, here's the thing. It may actually happen after the wedding. Remember Curtis says in Portia's wedding. Ron says, Albert, I'm just saying Sheila being knocked up won't be bad enough though. Oh my God, Ron, you are one of a kind. You are literally one of a kind. Nikisha, oh man, the chat's going too fast for me to say hi to individual. Forgive me. Nikisha, we're glad you're here. Nikisha, I was afraid the chat was gonna be over. No, not on Tuesdays. Tuesdays and Wednesday, we go hard. Sheree said chat fam. Tara says I wonder how long it would take Deacon to get with Taylor or Brooke. Hmm. Oh yeah, no, I agree with that. It definitely will last. Um, Jonathan, are you prepared for the last episode of Superman? I mean, are you prepared for the last episode of The Flash? I swear I was about to drop my drink for a minute. I would have been so pissed off. Um, I was too, Nikisha, because for a lot of people, we felt like it was kind of a pity, like a pity, a pity proposal. Oh, that's what I said I was going to do. Tracy said, "Do you think Curtis and Portia are really over?" Nope. It's weird, Jonathan. In a lot of ways, I'm not. I don't think that this season has been really that good. But emotionally, it's just, I don't know. Maybe because I'm drinking wine. So now, Nikisha says I was mad at Carly for such she treated Olivia today like Olivia's supposed to divorce Ned. Oof. Nikisha, I was saying some very harsh words in my review. All right. I did sit there and say I was going to talk about Elena. Yep, Tony, the Flash is still on after 8 years. It's still on. Oh, that's what I was going to sit there and say. So Elena walking in that office, um, taking little digs at why is this thing taking so long for? Nikki said, "Who got kicked out? What happened?" Oh, you remember that? Remember that person, Travois? So the other Shireen, um, apparently they switched accounts, and that person started going all ham today. Started wilding out like there was no tomorrow, and I wanted to know they're blocking them again, which is like it's so stupid. It's so dumb. I'm like, I don't know what your issue is. If this is a need to like get off or something like that, or to argue with people to, I don't know, make yourself feel better, or whatever. But it was annoying. So unfortunately, I had to sit there and play referee one times. Jonathan, I am too. And it's funny too because I sat there and I said, I thought that Olivia said, I'm sorry, I'm so tipsy. I thought Olivia said to Ned that she believed him when he said he didn't call the he didn't call the SEC. Why can't he just sit there and say FCC? I would just make my life so much easier. Yeah, no, sure, yeah, and granted, it wasn't the first account. This wasn't the first fake account that they made. They made other accounts on other soap chats because that person has sat there and just act like an ass. But as I sit there and I chew my own horn, and this is taking forever. Are you kidding? Nikisha, I'm sorry you had to deal with that tonight. Glad it didn't spoil the mood. No, I was not going to spoil them. Well, I'm glad it didn't spoil the mood for a lot of people. Well, I hope it didn't spoil the mood for a lot of people. Um, it just sucks. It just sucks. And you are taking. Oh, Papa Docs was good. CW Cyber don't they have special choice for that? CW trying to get me in trouble tonight. I'm trying to keep this whole thing PG-13. Trying to keep this whole thing PG-13, even after 2 glasses of wine. Ron says Cherie, Phoenix would have blocked this person in the chat. Yeah. I mean, I did, but all right. So I did actually have something planned I was going to sit there and say about Elena. And I know a lot of people is not going to be. Wait, what? Johnson, are you serious? Today, the Max rebrand happening. Rebrand. Oh, it's called Max. Okay. It's actually called Max now because it's still stupid. Tony says, "What wine are you drinking? What wine am I drinking?" Chat. I'm gonna tell you in a minute. Tony D. I want to see if everyone in the chat knows what I'm drinking tonight. I do love the fact that people do know me, like they know what I watch and stuff like that. I mean, what I drink. But yes, chat. What am I drinking tonight? F says, Albert, we don't need no nonsense up in the chat. We don't need no nonsense up in the chat, but I'm just like, it's so dumb. It's so right, Laura B. Moscato. Actually, tell you the truth, but I'm drinking. What am I drinking? Pink Moscato. It's actually pretty good. I really did feel like I was about to actually drop that shit. Um, I'm really simply trying to catch up to the what? Oh, you are just taking. Yo, what is going on with this? Okay, maybe now. Double C says, "Man, after Flash tomorrow, there's no more Flash." Yeah, it's kind of weird. Emotionally, it's kind of weird. Apple says, "I'm talking about that troll you blocked." Yeah, it's so dumb. That's right, Becky G. That is right. Um, yeah, that's exactly. But yeah, no, Apple. Yeah, it's so. And also, Apple, I'm so sorry if I actually did miss your if I did miss your chat. Um, not gonna lie, a little kind of tipsy right now. But we're good so far. Thank you, Cherie. Thank you, the real Cherie. Okay. You know, Mel, I'm gonna sit there and say the same thing. It's always going to be HBO Max to me. Anything else just sounds stupid. I'm gonna sit there and say. I just wish my goddamn thing would move faster. Justice said smart Arrowverse as a whole, and oof. Now Tony D says, seriously? Oh, okay. Tony D says, oh, my favorite gotta be Cabrin. Hmm. You know what it is? I like sweet stuff. I like sweet kind of like drinks and stuff. Tennessee Albert, what do you think about Audrey and are you a fan of DC or Marvel? I'm a fan of I was gonna sit there and say I'm a fan of DC, but I love Marvel way more. So, just a short answer: I'm a fan of Marvel. Although I would love to be a fan of DC again. Barbie says it's a shame about the Flash and Arrow. Oh, okay. Yeah, but those shows. Okay, here's the thing I always sit there and say about those shows. They're entertaining. They're not good. Okay, Flash, except for Arrow and Black Lightning. Um, Supergirl, Batwoman, all this other stuff, they're entertaining, but they're not good. Um, so I'm not like super heartbroken up about them. I do feel like they did deserve a good ending, but like The Flash isn't a good show. It's entertaining, but it's not a good show. Dave, no, it's all good. Dave, how you doing tonight? And this is take okay. Johnson said, "What did you think of Dave said?" I thought it was good. I thought it was good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Talia pisses me off. Wendy pisses me off. Shen is the wrong person for giving any advice whatsoever. And yeah, yeah, Shen is the wrong person for giving any advice. And Wendy Smith, they trying to play ping pong between two dudes. I'm not a fan of. But I did enjoy it, oddly. Tony says, "Watch out for sugar in those wines." Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been pretty. I was gonna sit there and say I'm pretty bad when it comes to my diet and what I eat, but that's pretty much an understatement. W says I'm a fan of good stories, whether it's Marvel or DC or any other companies. No, I agree with that. Like if I had to pick one, I would sit there and pick Marvel, which is not even like a competition right now. Oh, that's what I was gonna sit there and say. It's taking forever. Man, I could have Oh, Mel says I can't believe that Nia is going to go along with with Victoria Ice Princess against Adam. The problem is I think that we won't even see anything that happens. Unfortunately, because they do a lot of stuff behind the scene. Now Johnson says somehow I don't think we'll see the last of. Yeah, we won't. Which here's the thing. I'm okay with seeing Colin. I'm not okay with seeing what you call it though. Talia. These other says Crystal Wood. Okay. WC's out you gotta watch Gotham Knights, that crazy jerk, the crazy girl, Joker, daughter, poor health. What? Hmm. Tara says, I think Marvel is a safer choice. DC is a mess, and you never know what you get with them. Yes. Yes, honestly tell you, Tara, I 100% agree with that. Who am I kidding? I 150% agree with that. Tracy says, I like Hulk. I like Hulk. She-Hulk, but not sure if that's her name, but that's show is good. Yes, She-Hulk. Yeah, actually, I like She-Hulk also. All right, kind of forgot what I was going to say. Oh, Elena. Elena pissed me off today. All right. Elena pissed me off today. And I'm going to get back to everyone's comments in a minute, but Elena pissed me off today. Let me tell you why she pissed me off today. Sherry says, see you, going to settle down. Okay. Yeah, so Elena pissed me off today. First of all, throughout this episode, she kept saying, yes, Sherry, Massachusetts representative. Today, she kept sitting there saying the same things. Little clues that told me just how clueless she is. Everybody says, hey, Albert, with the final chapter, with the final clap of the day. Um, no, it's just my whole thing is like she kept sitting there saying that you know, she wanted to love the man that she used to love. She kept saying that a lot of times. She kept sitting there saying like, "Oh, I thought eventually he was going to turn back into the man that I used to love." And I'm like, "Boo, this is where you made your mistake. You kept sitting there thinking that you were going to love the man that he used to be. The problem is, what the hell? The problem is, everyone changes every day. That's number one. So this whole, oh, I wanted him to go to the man he used to be, it's just BS. Number two, I felt like Devon was being way too nice to her, saying that she didn't deserve to be cheated on. Now, yes, I agree that no one deserves to be cheated on. But how are you going to sit there and look this chick in the eyes after she cheated on you with someone else? How does that work? She cheated on you with your cousin. You're sitting there saying, oh, Elena, you don't deserve that. What the? And then her going up in Victoria's office and trying to be all mouthy with her. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not a huge fan of Victoria, right? But she came in there, started demanding things like she's entitled to certain things. She wanted to be let go from her contract. And I'm like, um, who are you to sit there? Who are you to sit there and start trying to come in there and start saying what you want and what you don't want? Like, what? After you sat there and you poked holes left and right. CW Sicilian don't know the saying, if they cheat on you, they'll cheat on you. Hmm. And this is Nikki said Devon can't judge because he cheated before too. Yeah, I know, I get that. I get that. I'm not, but here's the thing. I'm not sitting there talking about like judging. I'm just sitting there saying, Nikki said, oh, I wish I had missed the Elena bashing part of the night. Or I'm sitting there saying, well, uh, well, first of all, Nikisha, I'm sorry if I'm actually um, making you feel comfortable and stuff like that. Like if it's actually bothering you, I will sit there and generally stop. Because I'll sit there and go in on anyone. But if it's legit bothering you, I will sit there and stop. Now Dave says, what happened to Elizabeth? Haven't seen her in a while. Hmm. Yeah. I said, honestly, tell you, the truth, Dave, was she actually? I don't even know if she was actually in the trailers. I don't even know if she was actually in the trailers. Nikisha, of course, is bothering me because I like Elena, but I don't actually expect you to stop. Okay, no, you know how I am. You know, Nikisha, you know how I am with my subscribers. You know, no one is spared the rod, right? But I'm not going to sit there and do anything that's going to legit actually, um, you know, like really bother someone. CW says Devon cheating on his girlfriend Roxy with his sister adoption. Oh, okay, damn. Now Double C says, yeah, okay. I guess I should just read it. Now Double C says I'm proud of Lena. She deserved better though. And then Keisha said, I appreciate that you would though. It was very kind of you. I'm not going to get in my feelings about it. Okay, cool. All right. So yeah, yeah, let me get back on. All right. Have a good night, Donny D. Thank you for joining. And this is taking forever. Have a good night, ZK. This is so annoying. Janet Z is still in the chat. What's good? But okay, cool. So let the bashing session continue. Um, have a good night, Apple. Thank you for joining. Bashing session now impressed me today. I thought she was going to end. Yeah, me too. I was like, yo, listen, let that chick just. I was totally for Chanel's energy. Because I just don't think it's only his fault that Nate lied to her. She saw the best in him. She saw she wanted to believe it. No, you know, here's my impression of that, Nikisha. She saw the man that he used to be. That's the problem. She saw the man that he used to be, not the man that was before him. That was not the man that was before her, but the man that he used to be. And that's the problem. People do grow and they do change. And she kept saying more than one time, "Oh, I love how he used to be. Oh, why can't he be the man that he used to be? I just wanted him to be the man that he used to be." And that's not how things work. Have a good night, Ron. And Janice says, "I'm Team Audra. I like her style." Now, what was I supposed to say? Oh yeah. Oh, let me take my drink. Yeah, very snaky like, but also sexy, which yeah. So yeah, she comes in there, she takes a couple of shots at them, and then she starts demanding stuff. Oh, Albert, what about Elena on the show? Elena on. I just sat there. It's like she came on there on this high moral horse, you know, calling Nate this, calling Nate that. Have a good night, Anetta. Thank you for joining. And I'm just like, bro, just go. You said that you're leaving, so just leave. The fact that she's too gullible to sit there and not see that Audra is literally gaslighting her. Why the hell are you sitting there hanging out with her? Like you have so many other friends you could sit there and be with. Why are you sitting there hanging out with Audra Charles? Like, what are you doing? Darby says, I personally think Eric and Nicole had their time in the sun. Yeah, I was never a huge fan of Eric and Nicole. Um, it's not even just that it's not even just the simple fact that they actually had their time together. It's more of if you couldn't make it work for this long, Why are you wasting each other's time? That's my whole thing. And he said Nate was lying to her, though. If Nate had been honest with her, it would have been different. And here's the thing, Nikisha. I will sit there and say that much. He should have been honest about his feelings, and he wasn't. And that's on him. I'm not saying that Elena doesn't have other friends. Nikisha, I thought that at least Mariah and Tess were friends, right? Mariah was friends with her. Tess was friends with her. Could have swore Sharon was friends with her. I could be wrong, but I would sit there and say this much. Also, yes, I don't condone Nate cheating on Elena. But Elena also cheated on Nate. And Elena cheated on Devon. So I sit there and I look at that and I'm just like, why am I gonna sit there and feel bad for a person who cheated on somebody else? I mean, I look at it as just karma, to be honest. I'm not saying this thing is right, but I'm like, mm. Then he said today Then he says today Albert tried to like Audra, but seemed like she's trying to get the CEO job and power. And she definitely want to raise. She definitely want to She definitely want to rise to the top. But even Tucker was like, listen, you need to be careful with Nate. So Craig says Elena the Nina of YNR. No, Phyllis is the Nina of YNR. Spidey Quakes. Phyllis Summers is the Nina of YNR. I don't know which one is actually more worse though. Tamara says everyone have a good night, Tamara. Thank you for joining. But see, that's my whole thing though with Elena. I'm like, listen, you cheated on Nate, right? But you also cheated on Devon. So you walking up in there with your little high horse and all upset, bragging to Audra, yeah, I poured a drink on him. You poured a drink on him. Boom. I'm sorry. How old are you at this point? You poured a drink on him. Ooh, that's so scandalous. And then you confront them in the office about, talking about you're gonna leave. So just leave. Johnson says Phyllis used to be Nina. Yes, the actress that played Phyllis was Nina. But also, those two chicks are both delusional. So in all reality, I feel like Ninaisms would go for Phyllis also. Go for Phyllis also. I would sit there and say that. Have a good night, Nikisha. Thank you for joining. Let's everyone say good night to Nikisha. And Autumn's in the chat. Autumn, well, have a good night, Autumn. Thank you for joining. You have a great night. Flight coach says I remember the old name. Yeah. There's some stuff that was like kind of soapy, kind of oh, oh. That's just because she started the whole Ninaisms. Now Spiderquake says, shouldn't it be called shouldn't it be called Phyllisisms? Phyllisisms. Oh, I like that. Don't worry, Spiderquake, when I use it, I will sit there and credit you. Phyllisism. I like that, Spiderquake. I like that. It's actually pretty good. But have a good night, Autumn. Thank you for joining. Now, John says Phyllis Summerisms. Hmm, I like that name, but I gotta kind of go with Phyllisisms. Phyllisisms. Hmm, I don't know. I don't know if I actually want to sit there and keep. I don't know if I actually want to sit there and use that name or use Ninarisms because I feel like Ninarisms just kind of cover the board, and I feel like it's something that I can still use, even if it's on other characters. But I do like that name, though. I do like that name. I swear, this thing is like going slow, like there's no tomorrow. Podcast says, "What about Nina for days and B&B?" I got to think about that. I'll tell you what, Spider Quick. I will think about that tomorrow, and then I will try to come up with an answer because that's a really good question. LaShanta says, "Even Tucker warned Audrey about Nate." Exactly. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. There was a part where, yeah, no, that's very true. You know, when Tucker's snitched and saying you need to watch it back, you know, like, ooh, Sam Brady, my man. Jonathan always coming through with the clutch. So, Jonathan, what about B&B? What about B&B? I like that. I like that for days. What about B&B? If you, because I know you watch all four, and why is this taking like forever? You're just literally gonna take forever. Shanta says even Tucker. Oh, never mind. I did that. Justin said I said that because there's a Phyllis on GH. Oh, okay. I like that. Okay, that actually very good thinking. And Darby says, and we are isms on everything. What's next? Tree tourisms. No, we not. Here's the thing: what we're not going to do, Darby. We're not going to sit there and try to give him some sort of cool name. Um, and we're not going to do that. That was just, I was so sad. I mean, it was annoying, but it was also like, it was annoying. I don't want to sit there and give him any extra attention. Like I feel like Ninarisms is kind of cool. I don't want to sit there and like give that title to someone like that. Now Johnson says B&B. I would say Quinn. What about Brooke? You don't think Brooke will fall in that category? Now I gotta sit there and say, huh, how much wine do I actually have? Oof, I got quite a lot. I might make a post tonight. I might make a post tonight. I am actually genuinely loving this 2 hour live stream. One, because I actually have the battery power to do it, and two, I generally just love doing it. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little nervous about doing 2 hours. I don't know if I was gonna actually have the material, if I was going to be on. I felt like I might have been putting too much pressure on me, but I like it. And the one best part is that I get to sit there and talk to everyone here more. And two, it doesn't really affect me when I actually have to wake up early in the morning because I've been sleeping so much more peacefully. So thank you, Tracy. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. I'm not gonna lie, Tracy. I think this is probably the third time that I actually had to hit the block button. And the first time that I had to do that, um, it didn't work, and that's what pissed me off even more. Johnson says Quinn has done worse than Brooke, and despite Brooke's flaws, she owns up to it. Hmm, interesting. Hmm. Kind of a shame that she's not on the show anymore. Then she did used to sit there and call Donna a bimbo. But thank you, Tracy. I really do appreciate that. Psycho says, "When's your next collab?" Um, I want to try one next month. So, like, probably in like maybe 2 weeks or so, or a week or so. I want to sit there and do that. Lashana says, "I'm glad Lee gave up on Gabby." I am too. Listen, Gabby is a headache. And any person that has to deal with her, I generally do feel sorry for them. Lashana says, "I like Chanel." She is better. And you were taking your time. So she says, "Trolls are fun. You deal with it good." Thank you. The first time it disrupted the stream because I couldn't get rid of them, right? The second time I had to sit there and deal with someone like that. uh, you are amazing. Um, oh yeah, no, Darby, without a doubt. The second time that I had to sit there and do that, oh, I didn't actually realize I was still. The second time that I had to sit there and end it, I mean, block somebody or block him the first time is because they started bothering other people in the chat, and that was annoying. And I kept saying that they talk, when they switch accounts, because I kind of knew that most likely it was your voice. So I was like, listen, because here's the thing, I don't like sitting there playing referee, and I like to sit there and assume that people can be somewhat mature because I'm like, this is a fictional show. But sometimes people just they just act up. Like I said, I just my whole thing is like I wish. Yeah, he was like because he was all like, oh well, people are being haters, and then they start exactly Spike Quick, and then they started coming after certain people in the chat, and I was like, listen, we're not gonna do this. This is what we're not gonna do. And what really bothered me when this person said, "Oh, well, if people don't have anything nice to say about exactly Spike Quick," when he said that, well, if people don't have anything nice to say about Spencer, then they shouldn't say anything at all. And I think at that point we all collectively read that and was like, "Oh hell no!" I was like, "Oh hell no!" Because my whole thing is like, listen, I'm going to talk about a character whatever way that I feel like it. Now, yeah, I did sit there and say in the case, listen, if it's going to like bother you on an emotional level, like if I'm actually going to sit there and make you like really upset or whatever, I won't do that. But in general, I'm going to talk about what, you know what I'm saying? Like people can sit there and talk about whatever characters they want to talk about. Like people will sit there and talk about Sunny, and I'm just like, okay, well, I'm not going to sit there and get all upset and like, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. But for him to for this person to sit there and say they shouldn't talk if they don't say anything nice about Spencer, they shouldn't say anything at all. It's like, what is wrong with you? And I'm not even sitting there saying it's like, well, maybe this person feels like, yo, are you not a grown ass adult? But I'm like, it's so stupid. But I've realized a couple of things in my during this whole live streaming because it's I will say this for anyone that's actually do YouTube or whatever. Live streaming and doing a video is two different things. Becky just says people are able to be mature. The question is if they can choose not to be. Yeah, it's just it got to a point where it's like, yeah, exactly, Darby. That's like I'm sitting there saying it's like, oh, well, if you're not going to sit there and say anything nice, it was like, who are you to sit there and start refereeing what people are allowed to say and what people are not allowed to say? Because I'm like, listen, I kind of thought that was my job to sit there and start. And here's the thing, even I wouldn't do that. So if I wouldn't sit there and tell people what to say and what not to say, why the hell do I feel like you're going to be able to do that? Why should I sit there and allow you to do that? When he started going after certain people in the chat, it's like, all right, it's time for you to go. And I would sit there and say this much. Tracy says, "What do you like better, live stream?" I, oddly, I love. It's kind of weird because okay. So if I was to sit there and be honest, I would sit there and say live streaming, right? But I feel like doing a video is good in this place as well because if I do a video, you don't have to go through the whole thing. You can just get the information that you get and keep moving. If people, with this live stream, it's not really meant to be rewatchable, right? Because I'm answering questions and talking and stuff like that, and it's more of an interacting thing. It's like you have to be here to really understand what's going on. So it's kind of two different monsters, if that makes any sense. CW says I blocked I blocked before you did. I was like, no BS. You got the wrong one. When I saw this person, yeah, here's the thing, CW. I will sit there and say this before I go. I do want to apologize to you, okay? Because I sat there and I said to myself, well, maybe I can talk this person down, right? Maybe I can sit there and be like, you know what? If I sit there and say chill or whatever, maybe they'll calm down because they were doing it before. I don't know what happened. Maybe this person just had a bad day. They were on a med. Whatever it was, um, it's just they didn't know how to sit there and keep things chill. And they kept going after more subscribers in the chat. And I was like, you know what? That's it. This is what we're not going to do. Justin says, which unresolved storyline do you want to see? Austin. Yep, Austin Boss. Yep, no, Austin Boss. I want to see Austin's Boss. We've been waiting for that way too long. Even before I read the other part, I was like, nope, Austin's Boss. Darby says, is live streaming easier for you or videos are harder for you? Wait, here's the thing, Darby. I don't edit my videos. So it's literally just one take and then that's it. If I had to sit there and edit my videos, it would take me way too long. So I can't even sit there. Oh, Miss Gee's in the chat. What's good, Miss Gee? I can't even sit there and like really edit anything. So it's literally just first takes, and that's about it. Spikequake says the thing is people getting. Spikequake says the thing is people got to stop getting mad over Carly, Nina, Elena Spencer is just a character, and I agree with that, Spikequake. I do. I'll sit there and give a little bit more information a little more insight before I go. And I'm not trying to ignore people. It's just I guess my final thoughts. Live streaming is just a different type of beast, right? And I'm still learning how to do this. When I debate with people in the chat, I have to sit there and try to remember that. How do I sit there and say this? I have to sit there and try to remember not to really be so rude to people, not to really kind of cut them off, or to put their opinions down, right? Because at the end of the day, it's supposed to be fun. And when I debate with people, I learn a lot, right? Like when I was there talking about Nick, there was things I didn't know about Nick that I only knew after having a conversation with people. There's certain things I'm still sitting there learning. And there's a very fine line between tiptoeing. I'm open for Mac's account and the Shazam movie. And Shazam was okay. Shazam too. But it's a fine line between tiptoeing people's feelings and just having a good debate and be like, listen, Spencer's trash, and I'm going to sit there and call him out for it. Curtis is trash, and I'm going to sit there and call him out for it. And I don't know. There's just a lot of things I'm learning, and one of those things, unfortunately, is that they're dealing with people that I have to block. So again, Darby, I do apologize here's the thing, that I let it go on as long as I did. But I only felt like up until a point, this new account didn't do anything that was too bad until tonight. But yeah. So again, Darby, CW, and anyone else that had to sit there and deal with this um nut job tonight, I do apologize. And I am Smithy trying to learn, and I don't want to sit there and just cut people off or block people just to block people too fast. But um, I do try to sit there and give people chances, and sometimes I give them a little bit too much chances. Like Greg says, we all disagree about the past, passing out things, but never gets mad because you got your facts to back it up. I appreciate that, Spike Quick, because there's a lot of times we don't agree on certain characters, like Nina and Carly. But you know, I never try to get to a point where it just gets too out of hand. All right, I'm gonna sit there and end the live stream tonight because I do actually have to. One, I'm gonna sit there and have a Skype call to make, and two, I'm gonna be sitting there seeing Fast and the Furious tomorrow. Three, after so much wine, ugh, actually have more wine. I may come back on here and finish this live stream. I don't know. But I do have to use the I do have to use the restroom because I have more wine than yeah. And this is taking forever. Becky says so good, but get a box issue. Oh no, we're gonna go back to that. We're gonna go back to that. Have a good night, Jess. Thank you for joining. Have a good night, Tracy. Thank you for joining. And this is taking like forever. Have a good night, Miss Key. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's like it's I don't know what's going on. And Johnson says this is taking too long. I'm Justice is small and so chat. We talk about the source of the day and possibly. Yes, yes, Jonathan, my man. Have a good night, Becky D. Have a good night, Jonathan. I swear, this thing has just been going on so slow. It's just been so annoying. Have a good night, Becky D. It was really great to see you again. Have a good night, Jess. Oh, this is so annoying. Have a good night, Tracy Steves. Have a good night, Lashanta. Have a good night, Mel. Uh, this is taking forever. CW says, don't blame yourself for giving people the benefit of the doubt. At the end of the day, is on them. Well, thank you, CW. I do appreciate that. And I am going to sit there and try to get better with that. But have a good night, everyone. Thank you for joining. This was so much fun. I will see y'all tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. And if everything goes well, we'll be Smith there doing another 2-hour live stream. We're gonna get into it. So and if you're not a member, join the members. It's a lot of fun. Ask anyone that has a Dragon Ball star, and they'll tell you how much fun it is. Have a good night, Darby. Thank you for joining. And thank you again, CW. Thank you, Spiderquake. Thank you, Mel. Thank you, Blackmon. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Nikisha. There's so many people I'm going to miss. So, thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, everyone. Kyrese. And, yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Laters.